Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your caster for this evening, DeadlyDrew. How are you doing? Hope everyone is doing well. We are getting ready to start right away here. Sorry for the delay. Did not mean to get into such a bad delay there in the beginning of the game. But we are starting right away here between our National Esport Collegiate Conference quarterfinals, post-University Eagles versus United States Naval Academy. Here we go. We are going to be looking at both teams here, looking like we are going with a semi-dive and poke meta here. For the post-University, we have KingJackson on the Lucio, MultiKel on the main tank role. We have the Torbjorn here, Krystal on the Torbjorn, and Moridin on the Reaper, and Jojo as well on the main healing role. Alright, here we go into it. We've got post-University on the first point. Already starting the game off strong with a good initiative push. We've got the Ramatra out there pushing. Gonna start actually spectating now that the game has actually officially started here. MultiKel taken down though. Strong push coming in from the Naval Academy here. As Numdoc on the Sigma able to initiate and get in some really good pressure. Post-University able to cap that first point. Now as Naval Academy looking to play defense, hold this point, lock it down. But it looks like Post-University has something else in mind. Looks like we're going for a team rotate here. Full team rotate. Let's see how the DPS engage this fight. See which way they take this 3-lane point here as they push out. MultiKel on the Ramatra. Getting close to ult. Reaper taking a lot of pressure here.
I've got you in my sights.
Up come the sights from the Soldier 76 from Naval Academy. Blink trying to get in a few picks of his own here. Naval Academy putting in some big pressure right now. Seems like the Echo and the Sigma poke damage with the Soldier 76 included in that, plus the Ana is a very strong poke comp right now, able to do a lot of damage against the non-shield tank of Post-University. Kitsune coming out, trying to fuel the DPS here for Post-University. The aggressiveness of Lucio here, playing with his Reaper, giving him that speed boost. Tank ult coming out for Post-University. Great push from Post. Able to get aggressive and knock Naval Academy back all the way to spawn with those ults. Gonna hop on alongside Moridin here on the Reaper. Has a Death Blossom ready. Gonna be trying to sneak up behind the enemy team. In comes the nano boost from the enemy team's Ana. Let's see if Moridin can get any sort of cleanup here. Trying to help his team get rid of the pressure. Flanking Soldier 76. Never good for a team. As you can see there. Moridin taken out with ult, but didn't want to use it. Probably a smart play to not use it. Still holding point, Post-University. Still getting capture points here. As they'll fall just about 7% short of Naval Academy here. Naval Academy is in a good position here to take this first point. Post-University going to have to come up with something here. No composition swaps here. Seems like they are very dedicated to the Ramatra, the Reaper, and the Torbjorn. Death Blossom coming out from Moridin though. Well played defensively from Naval Academy. Now with the Tree of Life combined with the Soldier 76 Visor, cleaning up on point. Nice job by Blink from Naval Academy, able to clean up there. Post-University going to need to contest. Moridin comes in for the contest, but no healers there. and falls over, and that will be the first round to Naval Academy.
You can't beat me.
Alright, let's see if Post University can come up with maybe a different composition. It seemed like Naval Academy, United States Naval Academy, of course, was doing very well with the sustained pressure from the Echo, the Soldier 76, and the Sigma. Just playing poke from range and forcing Post University, especially characters like the Reaper they were playing in the Torbjorn. They need to get in close for their shotguns to be effective. And it seems like United States Naval Academy was taking advantage of the range there with the poke composition that they have, with the Soldier 76, Echo, and Sigma, and being fueled by the Ana as well. That is a lot of damage coming from different directions. So let's see, Post University coming out with a whole different composition here. Full swap. Going to be on the Zarya now. On with Moridin again on the Mei. Let's see what he can do. Make any stall plays here. Gets some good poke damage in on the Ana. Nice Mei wall to block off the Sigma there. Finds the Soldier 76 as well. Getting pings out on the retreating Soldier 76. Trying to get any sort of cleanup or stagger that they can. Staggers are always big, especially in the 5v5 meta of Overwatch 2. The team fight is so important that if you can catch one or two enemies staggering, that's just extra point percentage time and just a better overall game for your team. So we've got Numdoc on United States Naval Academy with the Mirror Zarya now. A couple of swaps of their own. Getting a couple of successful picks, but Moridin on the Mei. Able to just be a rock on this point and hold it down. And those extra percentage points can be big. Nice job by the Mei holding it down. Post University trickling in a little bit. Nice play by the Lucio to make sure he's getting out. Not trickling, making sure they're regrouping in the team fight. United States Naval Academy sitting on some big ults here. Post University, though, has some counter ults of their own, especially support ults. United States Naval Academy going to start with the offensive ults from the Soldier 76, using the Tree of Life from the healer. But it seems like Post University doesn't care. They're just pushing forward, having better positioning and movement even through United States Naval Academy's ults. Post University coming out with a strong push there. Able to stabilize all of those ults that United States Naval Academy used. Post University just had their support ults at the start of that fight, but were able to use them in a very effective manner, especially in that tight spot on this map. Here we go, hopping on with MultiKel here. Gets caught in a grab. Nice Symmetra ult, Photon Barrier to try to counter some of that damage. Both Zaryas dueling it out here. High energy. Post University, though, able to secure this first point of their own. And we've got a tie ball game here. 1-1. And we will see who takes this first map on this next point. So it looks like the Zarya mirror for both teams. Post University initiated with the Zarya play after their first round loss. Started with the Zarya on the second map, ended up working, and now we have a Zarya face-off here. Zarya definitely getting a big movement buff within the last patch, so Zarya seeing a lot of playtime in a lot of competitive compositions. And it seems like both teams here are going with a little bit of a mixed bag here as far as DPS goes. A little bit of poke, a little bit of sustain. Both Zaryas again dueling it out. Excellent job by Post University to clean up that first point here, jumping alongside Moridin. Great first engagement. Able to clean up and win the Zarya duel. Able to put up a couple of nice ice walls. And being able to block off that range. It seems like Post University now has kind of figured out what United States Naval Academy is doing, using the Echo, using the Soldier 76 to poke at range. So it seems like now they're using these Mei walls and these Zarya bubbles to negate a lot of this damage, and then just all rush in and push in at once when they have a call target or a focus target near point. So this Zarya pushing onto point though. Big icicles from Mei, trying to trap her. Not successful in it though. Close. And both teams now will battle on the point back and forth here. Soldier 76 in the background doing damage. Post University taking notice of that. Good ice wall by Moridin to block off that Soldier 76. Delaying some of that damage. Visor comes out from Soldier 76. Will Post University commit here, or will they hold for the next push? And it looks like they are going to hold their ults and reset. Nice job by United States Naval Academy to come back from that and push from long range to get a few picks using that soldier ult to clean up the point. Both teams right now doing a very good job of staying grouped together. No overextensions have been spotted. Both teams playing very well. It's going to come down to the smaller things here as far as picks. Perks, of course, added with this new competitive patch in Season 15. And it looks like that United States Naval Academy is winning the Zarya fight this time and is going to send Post University back to the spawn. And they will almost be able to tie it up by the time that Post University comes back. So this game is a nail-biter right now, folks. Coming down to it. Gonna hop alongside the healers here on Post University. KingJackson, good speed boost in. Gonna lead his team in with a sound barrier, perhaps. Zarya taking a lot of damage critical. Here comes the Zarya grab, but they are holding. Not gonna use ults here. Gonna just let the Zarya commit to her grab. And that will be another hold. It looks like Post University is going to have one more team fight here to try to win this map and try to rescue this first game from the jaws of defeat. Onside MultiKel here. Nice push in on the Echo, trying to find that kill, can't find it. That would have been a huge pick. Supported by the sound barrier now. Now it's Post University's time to try to spread out and find some picks while they are supported by this Lucio sound barrier. Transcendence now coming in. Counter ults coming in from United States Naval Academy. The Transcendence followed by the support heals and the Soldier 76 ult. But somehow this is being turned still. Symmetra holding on. And it's just Mei on point. It's a 1v1 between Mei and Zarya for the game. Oh my goodness, and the Mei wins it with a sliver of health. What a game. Unbelievable plays. There still will be a one more forced overtime fight here, but it cannot be any closer right now between Post University and United States Naval Academy. Moridin making some huge plays on the Mei. And now it's going to be up to United States Naval Academy to try to regroup from this. Can they regroup, though? 2, 3 go down. And that's going to be Post University turning this game around, down 0-1, coming back for the 2-1 win in overtime. Great first match from Post University. Huge plays from Moridin versus that Zarya in the 1v1 there. And some nice plays by Blink there on the Soldier 76, but unfortunately not enough. Post University just able to push through and really use that Mei to block off those sight lines, use those Zarya barriers to negate a lot of that damage that United States Naval Academy was using in their first round. Alright, and welcome back everyone. My name is DeadlyDrew, here casting this excellent Overwatch game. Like I said, this is the National Esports Collegiate Conference quarterfinals. If you're just tuning in right now, between the Post University Eagles and the United States Naval Academy. Map 1 going to Post University, it was a close one. And it was as close as it could actually get, because of the fact that it was a 1v1 on point for the game, for that last point. If United States Naval Academy had have won that 1v1 with the Zarya versus Mei, it could have gone in their favor, but the Mei able to win it with a sliver of health. And that's how close these competitive games can come down to. One little bit of damage, one more shot from a Soldier 76 rifle, one more burst of ice from a Mei, and it just came down to that simple 1v1. And somehow the Mei managed to win it using her ice block with the overheals. Excellent job. And that was a fantastic game to watch. Hope you guys are enjoying. Like I said, my name is DeadlyDrew here, alongside this incredible team that I have been a part of before. Was a former student at Post University, so it's always nice to cast these games. I do enjoy it, and I am looking so forward to this next match. That was a very intense match. So from the Soldier 76 and the Echo using those range plays in the beginning of the game really seemed to work out for the United States Naval Academy. But it seems like Post University caught on with the counter picks, and they adjusted their strategy and were able to negate a lot of that damage from United States Naval Academy. So kudos to Post University on figuring out that first match. And we will be back here in about 2 minutes for match number 2 on Havana. So we'll catch you soon. Hope you're enjoying, and we will talk to you in a bit. Alright, folks, here we go. DeadlyDrew back here, about to hop right into our second game here of this National Esports Collegiate Conference quarterfinals. If you're just tuning in, the score right now is Post University 1, United States Naval Academy 0. And we'll see how this game goes and see if United States Naval Academy can get in this game, tie the score up. This is a best of 5 matchup here. On Havana, we'll see what these teams bring as far as different compositions. Let's see what's going on for the counter picks here, if there will be counter picks. Something that has changed a lot in Season 15 is these perks. Each character getting one minor and one major perk. Definitely changing up how the characters play. And can add a pretty major impact to the game, especially in late game when those major perks come out. So we'll see how Post University wants to hold this first defensive point here on Havana, trying to stop this payload. And since everyone is greeting each other in-game, I will greet you guys again. Hope everyone is having a fantastic evening here. DeadlyDrew here, casting this quarterfinals match here between Post University and the United States Naval Academy. Here we go, starting out with the Zarya. MultiKel getting a nice pick there, but also going down as well. Post University starting out with a lot of aggression here. Going right back into spawn with MultiKel. And it looks like Post University is just going to go for that first team fight. And look at that, the Mei is still on point, just stalling it out. Looks like Post University now is going to get a full regroup. But that was a really nice job again by Moridin, using that Mei ice block to stall United States Naval Academy from pushing that payload forward. MultiKel here, gaining a lot of energy on Zarya, using those bubbles effectively here. Staring down a Sigma Rock here, trying to break through those shields. Also has to try to worry about her DPS and healers in the back line. They are getting hit by this poke damage from the Sojourn and the Echo. United States Naval Academy still going with those ranged poke characters. Echo, Sojourn, Sigma, trying to do damage at range, where it seems like Post University is trying to get a lot more closer with the Torbjorn, Mei, Zarya. And it seems like it's being pretty effective right now for Post. Staying grouped up together, negating a lot of that damage, and also fueling up their healers' ultimates. Everyone on United States Naval Academy here building their ult very close to their ult. We're going to have a lot of ults coming out here soon. Who will be the first one to start this grand duel? MultiKel building a lot of energy, getting close to a grab. Looking for it, I should say. And there it is, comes out. Big grab, getting 3. Mei trying to clean up on it. Nice job by Moridin and Krystal. Both healers adding to the DPS as well. Neontoxin and Jojo. Everyone on Post University contributing to that Graviton surge. And the great part about that was there was only one ult expended from Post University there. Still a lot of ults to use defensively here. Both healer ults and the Torbjorn ult on the Post University side. Naval Academy sitting at 4 out of 5 ults here. Post University, though, doing a great job positioning-wise, spreading out, not staying together, not letting Naval Academy do damage at range, playing the payload, playing the corners of the maps. Great full energy push here from MultiKel's big picks. That gravity laser is scary when it is full charged. And MultiKel is just going to be able to run and gun his way through without a problem. Really nice ult coming out for Post University here. United States Naval Academy, 30 seconds and less on the clock now. Will the Nano Boost come out from Cracker Nuts here? Maybe on the Bastion or the Sigma. Here comes the Sigma ult. And a really nice Kasune there from neontoxin. And that'll do it for the first hold. Holding them on the first point. First tick on the point. Nice job to Post University. Holding that payload right on that first corner. Now we'll see if Post University can push past this corner. Not too far out of spawn, so United States Naval Academy is really going to have to pressure Post University right out of spawn, similar to how Post did. And are going to need a lot of stall here. So a lot of stall characters. Maybe a Winston comes out. Maybe a Mei of their own. It seems like they are... It looks like they're going with a Sombra, Bastion, Zarya play here up front. And then going for that Mercy with the Valkyrie, trying to keep their team alive and damage boosted as well. Looks like a pretty good comp to try to hold this attack from Post University. We'll see if Post University can get this first payload push right around the corner. And if they can do that, then they can grab a quick 2-0 lead in this best of 3 quarterfinals. And we are underway here as Post University coming out, looking for that aggression from United States Naval Academy, but it's not there. They are playing a lot more deeper, a lot more conservative. Ooh, almost a quick pick on that Mercy there. That would not have been good for Naval Academy if the Mercy had gone down early there. Moridin doing a nice job on the flank, trying to find any targets that could be freezed or picked out of position. Looking for the overextended Kiriko, finding the push on Mercy, but cannot finish the kill as Mercy gets a nice bubble from Numdoc there. And that is it! The payload was there already. The Mei did an excellent job of pushing them around the corner there. And that was it. A quick push by Post University. Excellent job by Moridin on the flank there on Mei. Here's your play of the game from MultiKel with that nice Zarya, but the Mei as well cleaning up with the ult. And that's a quick 2-0 lead for Post University. Really nice job. Excellent job by these players. And it has been a tremendous match so far. Really quick Havana map there. Nice defense from Post University. Coming out with the Mei, and it seems that during that first game, they were not using the Mei, and then swapped to it, and it has been working for them ever since, even on this payload push map. So we are in the NECC quarterfinals. Post University is up 2-0, and we'll be right back with more action. Best of 3. Can Post University make it a clean sweep? Or does the United States Naval Academy still have something up their sleeve? We'll find out soon. This is DeadlyDrew Gaming, hoping everyone has a tremendous evening, and I will be right back with more esports action. And welcome back, everyone. DeadlyDrew here as your caster for this match. We are in the quarterfinals here of the National Esports Collegiate Conference. Post-University Eagles versus the United States Naval Academy. Post-University up 2-0 here, 2-0. And it has been a tremendous game to watch so far. Hopefully everyone is having a great evening as we get into some more Overwatch action here, collegiate Overwatch action, I should say. Really excited here for our next map, and it looks like it is going to be a push map and is going to be Coliseum. So we're going to be getting into some Coliseum here. We'll see which team can push and pull their way to victory. Post University looking for a clean sweep, and United States Naval Academy looking for a win to try to get in the game here. So, here we go.
Initiating match.
It'll be interesting to see what teams come out with which compositions here. Will Post University continue using the Mei Zarya that has been very dominant for them since they swapped? And will United States Naval Academy use any sort of hidden composition that Post University has not seen yet? Will they pull any tricks out of the bag this game? We're about to find out. Compositions now revealed. And it looks like we're going to see a mirror Torbjorn match here, or at least from the start. Both teams running the Kiriko. A little bit of a mirror match, but it looks like we are going to see the Zarya again on MultiKel. MultiKel really liking the Zarya, and it's been working for him too. Gonna stay alongside here with Krystal for our first fight here, see what happens. Both Torbjorns coming out, greeting each other with a friendly turret exchange. No team's able to find a pick in that first engagement. Blink on the Bastion for United States Naval Academy, putting a lot of pressure on in turret mode. MultiKel trying to get aggressive here, and is helped out by Krystal, his Torbjorn. Excellent job by the Torbjorn, getting in really aggressive here.
The robot is in my possession.
Winning that Torbjorn mirror so far. MultiKel pushing up, trying to find the stagger, and does on the Torbjorn. Nice job from Post University on this first push. Very coordinated plays, these push plays, with the Zarya player, MultiKel, and the DPS players, Krystal and Moridin. Good team cohesion going on here. Ramatra here trying to push up for United States Naval Academy. Numdoc on the Ramatra. Getting pressured and poked in the back. This Torbjorn is just biting at his ankles the whole time. MultiKel on high charge. Wants to use it here. Close to a Graviton Surge. Question is, will he use it right away or hold it and just play off the energy? Looks like he's just going to play off the energy right now. Nice Graviton by MultiKel, getting 3. Are there any DPS to clean? And it looks like United States Naval Academy will sustain. Good sustain there from the Baptiste. Oh, but Blink getting caught out of position as Bastion dropping too early on that bridge. Zarya full charge. MultiKel looking to do some big damage here. On neontoxin now on the Kitsune. Kiriko, I said Kitsune. Well, maybe he will Kitsune soon. But instead, it looks like it is KingJackson using the orbital.
Forward spawn.
helping their team sustain right now. Nice job by the healers. Keeping their team alive, waiting for the regroup. Sustaining this poke damage that's being done from the Bastion and Torbjorn from the United States Naval Academy. United States Naval Academy needs to be a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion. Trying to push out Post. Post doing a really good job playing positionally. Kind of controlling these team fights. Controlling how these team fights play out. Both teams playing this tug of war here, this back and forth.
Forward spawn lost.
Molten Core coming out now from Krystal, trying to block off the push here from United States Naval Academy. Trades come back and forth here. Blink and Numdoc finding some picks. And it looks like United States Naval Academy may have just figured out a little bit of Post secret here, trying to get aggressive themselves.
If they push any further, we'll lose our lead.
Show them what you've got.
It may come down to which team is just more aggressive and which team plays positionally better. Both tank players really like to play their position, take their space. But which team's DPS will allow them to do it is the question. Using that new perk, Torbjorn, sticking that turret to the wall instead of the ground, why not? Blink, though, on the Bastion. Putting in some big damage. Shut down, though, by MultiKel. Kitsune comes out. And a big play from the Zarya there. Leading his team forward. Nice job by MultiKel. Moridin now, just drilling that Torbjorn out of the map.
Enemy forward spawn deactivated.
Nice job by Post University taking control of the robot here. This seems to be the hardest push on Colossia, which is right around the bridge, under the bridge, and across it on each team's respective side. Kitsune coming out from United States Naval Academy. Followed by the Ramatra ult. Post University low. And United States Naval Academy getting the cleanup there with a couple of ults of their own. Led in with the Kitsune and then the Ramatra ult. Able to clean up. Both teams playing so closely together positionally. There is no more of this ranged poke other than the Torbjorn turret maybe. Both teams now playing very tight together. It's like two wrecking balls coming together when both teams are fighting. Just colliding. No one wants to give up an inch of space. MultiKel pushing through though. Full energy. Going to be able to do some big damage to this Bastion. Does clean him up, but gets cleaned up by the Ramatra and Torbjorn from United States Naval Academy. Pushing now, United States Naval Academy getting control of the robot once again, using that aggressive offense, playing around their Ramatra, just as Post University has been playing around their Zarya very heavily. Both teams really relying on their tanks for that position in space. Ah, the sticky Torbjorn turret on the wall. That is one of probably my favorite perks personally that they've added. But will both teams be able to use these major perks to gain some value? Huge Graviton by MultiKel. Should almost be a guaranteed cleanup. Absolutely massive cleanup there from the Zarya ult. Nice job from Moridin to clean that up there. And back and forth we go. Each team getting that robot to about that corner spot, right where the bridge meets the upward stairs. But no team has been able to push past it. Back and forth. I don't know why they called this game mode push. It definitely should have been called tug of war with a robot, because that is what it is. Oh, and there goes that Torbjorn turret. from Kimekaizu. Really nice turret up top there. Good turret defensively positioned. Nice job. KingJackson getting a lead pick on the Ramatra there. Healer picking a tank. That's never a good sign if you are a United States Naval Academy. Post University, though, managing to win that first team fight and getting that robot pushed past the checkpoint, which will give Post University the lead here. Getting close to the bridge push, the final bridge push into the enemy spawn. This is always where the team fights get super aggressive. Both teams not wanting to give an inch as far as position-wise. But it looks like Post University is going to win out this team fight. Losing some supports, though. Able to keep one up. 60 seconds left. MultiKel with another Graviton Surge here. Here comes the Bastion ult from United States Naval Academy. Ult comes in from MultiKel. Orbital comes in to help with the damage boost. Oh, but it's not enough. United States Naval Academy able to clean up and sustain there, even through that nice Graviton Surge by MultiKel and with the aid of the Orbital from KingJackson. Not enough. We will go through another 20 seconds of tug of war here into overtime, perhaps. This could be the last push for United States Naval Academy, and this could be the last hold for Post University. If the game goes down that way. Oh, Torbjorn getting picked early for Post University, as well as the Zarya going to have to retreat in overtime. Looks like this game is going to come down to one team fight here, folks. If Post University does hold this, they will have a clean sweep of these National Esport Collegiate Conference quarterfinals. If United States Naval Academy can push this robot past this point in overtime, then they will force another game. The Juno here looking for some big heals. Gonna need to put him out here on MultiKel. Krystal taking a lot of damage on the Torbjorn. Trades go back and forth here. Post University cleans up with the team kill, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Post University with a clean sweep 3-0 over the United States Naval Academy. Excellent plays by MultiKel, neontoxin, Krystal. Some big plays at the end there. Some big picks. Both teams colliding at the end there. Post University not giving an inch, though, when it comes to this tug of war. And that'll do it. That will be your 3-0. So congrats very much to neontoxin, KingJackson, MultiKel, Krystal, and Moridin of Post University. They will be moving on. GG's, guys. GG's as well to United States Naval Academy. Excellent, excellent game. And a big thank you to everyone who watched this series. It was an excellent series. Post University comes in with a clean 3-0 sweep. Very dominating performance. They were getting beat a little bit on that first point. They had lost on the first map, first point. But then once they changed it up from there, swapped it up to the Mei Zarya and just let the aggression loose, it seems like United States Naval Academy just couldn't hang on and handle it. So congrats to Post University for the win and moving on. Thank you very much for everyone who watched. I am your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew Gaming. Appreciate you guys for watching. And until next time, we will see you here for more collegiate action. DeadlyDrew signing out. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Enjoy your evening.